before we jump into the system and actually deep dive into the inquiries and occupancy, I did first want to touch on the reporting capability that we have. So we'll first touch on the inquiry reports that we have available in dashboard format. So if I come down to the left-hand side and click on reporting and choose inquiry reports, you'll see here we have 4 key dashboards that I can go into. Just before I jump into the new inquiries, I just want to reiterate that, as Tom said, we have a huge range of integrations in regard to your online inquiry sources. So pretty much any online source that you're getting your inquiries, so the likes of Lottie, carehome.co.uk, Google, Facebook, those sorts of things, will pull directly into the system. So we are able to deep dive and report on all of those inquiry sources, as well as your manually entered ones. So those walk-ins and those phone calls that you will still be getting. So if I click on new inquiries, we can jump into the new inquiries report. This one is going to be able to show you where your inquiries are coming from and which ones are likely to looking to convert to. So in this top section here, we are able to filter a huge range of filtering options you have available. So you are able to deep dive into specific areas if you would like. So if you are a group of more than one, you are able to deep dive into specific locations or look holistically as a whole group. I'll keep all of these filters as is, though I have my date range set for the last 6 months. If I scroll down, I can see all of my new inquiries. Those inquiries by type, you can see here those have been broken down, but also if I hover over the graph, you can see how many inquiries by type I have in each month. The inquiry methods, and then the inquiry sources. So where have those inquiries actually come from? And then to break it down even further, we have a marketplace deep dive. So you are able to compare your different care marketplaces, as well as a paid advertising deep dive if you want to compare your paid ads, both online and offline as well. If I go back to the inquiry reports homepage and I jump into the no sale reasons report, speaks for itself. This report does just highlight all of your no sale reasons across the date range that you have set. So you can see here within my demo system, I just have 2 no sales, and you can see their reasons are listed here. So 1 chose a different care provider, 1 rejected for facility reasons. You can see that in a graph as well. Back to the reports. In the inquiry conversion analytics, you're able to really deep dive and see exactly which stage of the funnel your inquiries are dropping out at. So you can see here in the pending stage, I had 19 inquiries, but in the move and complete, I only have 14. So it's really interesting to see at what point in the funnel do people tend to be dropping off at. We find it really interesting to see perhaps after a visit completed, there is a big drop off. Maybe something that they've seen within your home isn't what they were looking for, or maybe you just can't provide the service that they're after. But it's really interesting to see along that journey where those inquiries are actually dropping off. Similar to this report, we also have the inquiry funnel insights. So deep diving into the funnel again, but this time actually showing how long are the inquiries staying in each stage of the funnel. So this is showing you the average days in each stage. Bit concerning in our demo system that we have 16 days as the average for pending. You know, you'd be looking to move your inquiries through relatively quickly from this stage to contacted, or the likelihood that they'll be searching for care elsewhere would significantly increase. So this just gives you that overview and the ability to really track where your inquiries are getting stuck within your funnel. Perhaps also comparing between locations. Why does one home move inquiries through quickly, but another doesn't? It does just give you that visibility as well. So that is all of our inquiry reporting dashboard that we have available. I will now quickly touch on the occupancy reporting dashboard before deep diving into the system. So these are our 4 key occupancy reports. The first being admissions and departures. So you are able to actually track and monitor all of your admissions and departures following a date range that you set yourself. Similar to the inquiries report, you are able to filter at any point as well, based on location, permanency, care type, and contract type. You can see here I have my admissions and my departures further down. The yellow and the blue is just highlighting whether they are permanent or respite stays. So you are able to actually distinguish between the two as well. and you are able to track why those departures have happened as well. So perhaps they have moved out to move to another home, or they no longer need care. If we go back to the occupancy reports, we can also track the occupancy rates of the home. This is showing you on a average basis, but what I will show you in a few steps is that we can also track occupancy on a room by room basis daily as well. This report here is just giving you a quick overview of the average occupancy. And then if we scroll down, you can see that by location as well. Similar to the average occupancy rates, we can also track the occupancy weekly fee rates as well. So you are able to monitor if the agreed weekly fee is matching the target that you set for yourself as well. You can see here that we've also broken down that by booking permanency as well. So you can track respite and permanent stays weekly fee, and also by care types. And then finally, and sort of the key report on occupancy that our partners are using and find the most effective is the resident booking report, which, as I mentioned, breaks down the room occupancy by day. So you can actually see a full report day by day, how occupied the rooms are. Green means the rooms are occupied, red unoccupied, and yellow is highlighting that the room is occupied, but the person is off-site, perhaps in hospital. So that's a quick overview of the occupancy reports. Does anyone have any questions on the reporting functionality before we actually jump into the system? Feel free to ask any questions in the box and Tom will read those out.
So we do have one question that's come through on the Q&A, which is, can we create other custom reports if these dashboards don't give us all the information we need?
Yes, 100%. So any information that you're capturing within Found throughout the whole inquiry and occupancy journey can be reported on. So we can create custom reports alongside you, or you can create these yourself. What you would do is come down to settings and tools and exports, and you are able to actually create your own export templates. So you create those by clicking create template. Perhaps I'll choose inquiry template. From here, I choose what fields I want to capture. So did I want to report on the inquiry location, the inquiry first name, last name, and so on and so forth? You build out all of these columns, create that template, and you're then able to export that at any point. This will come out in an Excel format. Just touching on that as well, if you do want to send through your reports to the likes of Power BI, you're perhaps creating some other dashboards within Power BI. We do have an integration with Power BI, so we can send that information through to them as well.